Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grew up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within. What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Let me see who's on from the Dr. Tawana Worlds page. YouTube, The Disruptor, how y'all doing? Go ahead and get my cousins in over here real quick. And we're going to go ahead and kick this thing off. I'm going to be short, sweet, straight to the beat. But before I get into what I'm really here for, I'm going to show y'all some very disturbing things. And if you don't think it's time for you to get yourself together, I really don't know what to tell you. Ain't nobody coming to save you. That's what I do know for sure. Ain't nobody coming to save you. Ain't nobody coming to save me. Let me make sure. Hey, what's going on, cousins, over here on the gram? It's your girl, Dr. Worlds. Y'all already know what it is. Came by here to spill this tea. And it's not the tea that makes you, entertained. It's the tea that makes you change. Truth. That tea. And I want to welcome all of those who will join for the very first time. Welcome. And those who come and hang with your girl quite often. Welcome back. That being said, I'm going to ask you so kindly to share this. I believe this is something urgently that we as Americans and even abroad need to get prepared for. That's what I will say. Let me make sure I got everything that I want to put up here on the screen real quick. All right. Let me get my screen queued up to go ahead and get straight into it. I seen another content creator sharing some similar things, even though it was pointing in a different direction. It had a lot of the same undertones of my last video, just highlighting some things with the government, different things of that sort with foreign entities. And I thought it was just my computer on the last live that froze up and wouldn't allow me to share those videos that I was sharing, but when I saw it happen to him, I said, okay. So it's not just me. That's for one. And for two, it's a certain information they do not want to be known out here because they'll start interfering with your channel. I mean, the exact same thing. You couldn't play the video. His controls were frozen. I'm like, yeah, I thought it was just me, my computer. So I restarted it after I got off the live, and everything seems to be working accordingly. But when I saw that earlier, he was sharing similar information pertaining to this government and pertaining to some foreign activity. And did the same thing happen to him. Let's see. I wanted to share that, but I'll come back to that another time. I'm going to start right here. I'm sure some are aware, and I'm sure that some are not aware. Hey, sister. Hello, everybody. But if you're not aware, we're about to become aware, okay? And if you are aware, then you can just be extra aware. It ain't gonna hurt nobody. I want to start here first because I think I need to bring us up to speed. Hold on, let me make sure. Okay. I want to get a more clearer photo. So I'll get this one up here on the screen. We'll start here first. And before we get here, I got to bring you up to speed really quickly. Okay, like 5-7 minutes quickly, bring you up to where we are. Let me make sure I got this over here on silence as well. But, oh my gosh. Why did I do that? Let's see. Okay. So I've been saying this, and I'm not going to stay here too long with this because I broke it down on the last live, and I believe that's why they came for my live. I'm going to explain to you why. I might want to pull that up first and just go back here. Let's just walk this thing back real quick. Let's just walk it back real quick. Let me pull up another image, and then I'll come to this one because this one is hot off the press, and it needs our immediate attention. If you have not shared this video, please share this video, okay? Not because I'm on the video, not because I need followers and likes, simply because we all need to be aware. I think it's a daggone shame that these things are happening behind the scenes, and they are keeping us, distracted with other things that is not really important. Let's put that one up there and let's walk this back real quick, okay? And let me make it bigger so you guys can see it. Okay, we started here because this whole situation with Charlie Kirk, okay, was a big job from the upper echelon. That's what I'll say. It was an inside situation, not an outside situation. And a lot of things that have been happening has been drills, what we know as drills, plays, skits. A lot of things that have been happening. And a lot of these things are happening. And meanwhile, while they're happening, our rights are being taken away. And that's what I want to just say. I want us to be paying attention because our rights are being taken away. Things that we've never witnessed or seen in our lifetime is now happening. And it's all under the guise of, hey, this shooting is happening today. There was another shooting at a church. And y'all got to look at patterns. Every time there's a pattern, there's a bill, there's a legislation being enacted, there is something behind the scenes going on. Okay, every single time. So when they ran this play with Charlie Kirk, and just today, the FBI director comes out and say, "Hey, you know what? We're gonna investigate further into what happened to Charlie Kirk," and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Because they try to wrap up the case. We got the shooter. His father turned him in. There was like $100,000 or $1 million reward. His father turned him in, even though he did not confess. Nothing to see here. Go back to your regular lives. And so many people were traumatized. It was like we was on a battlefield in a war and saw something like that happen. That's why people who have lost their loved ones, mothers, husbands, children, it's really traumatic to see dead bodies, to see, it's really traumatic. So because people were so traumatized, they started doing their own research. Same thing happened to JFK, same thing happened to MLK, and they have gotten away with it for a very long time. But now, by their own doing, with artificial intelligence and with research and knowledge and learning-based modules and different things of that sort, people then went and did their own research. The text messages, they try to show, hey, this is for sure the guy because this is his text messages. They went, put that in ChatGPT. ChatGPT told them the messages were created through AI. That's why there was no time and no date. So they messed around and found out, okay? And now they're trying to walk back because the world has noticed certain different things that just don't seem right with this whole entire scenario about Charlie Kirk, being killed right before everybody to see. And then, now today there was a shooting at a church, and then something else was said. This must come to an end now, yada, yada, yada. We have to stop this, and you have to pay attention to the patterns, okay? These things happen, they stir something, a legislation is passed or something like that, a bill is enacted, and then it affects all of us, okay? It affects all of us. And one thing that I will say about Charlie Kirk, I'm not here to defend him. Everybody will give an account about their judgment or their words that they spoke towards that man. This is not what this is about. This is clearly about what the big boys behind the smoke screen is doing, because that is who our eyes need to be on. This man began to speak out against certain foreign entities. This man, he saw too much and he got himself out of line. And that's why what happened to him because he saw too much. He got in, everything was good, everything was grandeur when he got in there, and they was paying him and giving him sponsorships. And then, pretty much, we giving you money, we control the narrative. And because, he believed in, like, our Second Amendment, that we have a right to bear arms and protect ourselves against the government, not against one another. So he was saying things. He also started questioning whether Jeffrey Epstein, who they refused to release the files, you'd have had big, powerful men like Elon Musk come online and say the reason why you won't release them is because your name is in there. And then you get all the people worried and concerned. Are you doing something you ain't supposed to be doing? Because people want to know what happened to these children. So he's questioning this, and people is like, you are a threat now because you are out of line. They tried to literally bring him in and do a re-education, intervention for him. Hey, come here. Let's tell you how to talk when you talk to the media. And he refused it. And then boom, what has happened has happened. But I said all that to say this. They use that as a decoy to pass what you see on the screen. Okay, they use this as a decoy to begin to take away rights of everyday American citizens. Okay, ever since Charlie Kirk was assassinated on 9/10. This was like maybe 3 or 4 days after his passing. They blocked the Epstein file release, so ain't nobody gonna know about that. Why? I don't know. Who are you trying to protect? Who are you trying to cover up for? Why did you tell the people that these files would be released? JFK, MLK, all of these files that have not been released. Why did you tell the people that? And then come back and backtrack as if people are stupid and say nothing to see here. It was just a big hoax. Well, if it was a big hoax, you would not go to measures to pass legislation to block the release of those files. You would not also pass amendments that ban the Pentagon from boycotting Israel. What would make you go in and rearrange legislation to say we will not boycott Israel if we feel that they're doing something wrong to somebody else? We can't boycott them from using our defense and using our taxpayer dollar. We can't boycott them. Why would you be doing something like this right after this man passed away? Why would you be implementing and rearranging laws? Next, why would you go and propose a bill for passports to be revoked for anybody that criticizes Israel? Make that make sense. We live in America. We have a freedom of speech to question what we see with our own eyes. This right here is called overreach, real bad, real bad. And we, the people, need to know that we are the people that makes and votes and decides what happens in this country. They are not. They are duly elected officials. If something is going down, then we can make some noise and create a movement to say, no, this is not acceptable. We will not accept this. Also, the House approved $650 million for Israel missile defense. Wait a minute. We're in debt. Like $137 trillion in debt. Where do we got $650 million to provide somebody else missile defense? And then Marco Rubio, now all of a sudden he is, going over to visit Israel. But this is just a tip. This is where we're going to start at. Because these were red flags to me. And then right after this, another thing came out where the FBI, Pam Bondi, she came on and said, hey, you guys are, saying derogatory, disrespectful things towards Charlie Kirk that I don't agree with. Nevertheless, because you have given every American citizen free speech and freedom of speech, what's the problem? They're revealing who they are. But now that is deemed hate speech. People have lost their jobs. People have lost their livelihoods about sharing their free speech and their opinions. News anchors have been pulled off of TV shows because they did not like people exercising their First Amendment right. These are laws. This is what's the problem. These are laws, y'all. So after that, Pam Bondi comes and says, we're going after anybody that we see is spewing hate speech. So that just, hey, we're getting rid of free speech because free speech has now become hate speech. And we, the FBI, not the city police, not the local police, not the county police, the FBI will come to your door about something you may say that you don't agree with. And it's called a freedom of speech. Your opinion, whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent, it's your law as a citizen here in the United States. It's what you pay your tax dollars for, to be a citizen in the United States. And then if that wasn't enough, You start having people really show their hand. Now, they bullied TikTok from China. Hey, we don't want your foreign intelligence after you allow them to come over with spy balloons and drones. Now, all of a sudden, their data, our data is being stored by a foreign entity, so we can't have that. So now we've been saying since January, we're going to get a U.S.-based buyer. We're going to get a U.S.-based buyer so we control, the data. And finally, just 7 days after Charlie Kirk dies, y'all come to an agreement. 7 people will buy TikTok, 7 people will buy TikTok. They will sit on the board. 6 of them will be American citizens. 1 of them will not. So me being me, I'm like, let me go do my research, because y'all too private about who the 7th citizen is. And if this is really all in the name of protecting our liberties, we just want to make sure everything passes with a fine-tooth comb. We want to know who all is who buying TikTok. I go and look. 4 or 5 of the people possessing this new seat is of Israel descent. They live in America. They're American citizens, but they have Jewish roots, and they send resources back to Israel to fund the wars. Okay? So I'm like, oh, wow, okay. We're getting somewhere here. I'm seeing America become second and Israel become first, and there is nothing wrong with supporting any foreign country and making sure they stay safe. Nothing. But when your American taxpayers that fund this whole entire country is doing poor, and you guys are funneling money out of the United States from the American people to foreign nations, that is very alarming and disturbing. We have a housing market crisis. The dollar, okay, we have a money crisis. The economy is in crisis with all the tariffs and inflation and interest rates going down, and stuff just started going up. Stuff that you said you'd have down real fast. People can't afford to live. People can't afford to eat. People's mental health is really, really bothering them. I don't know this young man at all, but apparently he's like a big rapper. Posted today, if I didn't have my kids, there would be no reason for me to live. Just yesterday or 2 days ago, a 23-year-old with 3 children unalived herself. Just today, some psychopath drove into a church, shot 10. Many are missing. People, mental illness is on another level, because you cannot just keep on repeatedly being traumatized by so many things that are happening. The media is saying, hey, he's a Marxist. He's, what's his name? He's Hitler. He's a fascist. Hey, he's this. Your life is over. You had people moving all across from fear. If you are led to move up out of here, then by all means necessary, move up out of here. But if you're moving based off of fear, you're making a terrible decision. You don't know where you're going. You ain't really did no research. You don't know if you like it or you're just moving off of pure fear, because this is all the media is telling you. Do you know they don't never, ever share good stories? Have y'all ever paid attention that the media does not ever share good stories? Local heroes, that's like a little piece of a segment through all of the bad news. Hey, that we want to report there was breaking, there was a robbery, there was a shooting, there was a person of interest at a school, there was an old person. It's just all bad news. It's all negative, bad news, literally. But I digress. I'm going to go ahead and keep it moving because I started to see patterns. Is this about Charlie Kirk or is this about Israel? And what's really going on with this? So then, hopefully, Father, take over, trying to stop or hinder these people from hearing what you want them to hear and what you sent me by here to share with them. In the mighty name of Yeshua HaMashiach, I take authority over every principality and power and ruler of darkness that sits in high places, any power over the airways, and I bind its actions and interferences. Hold on one second. Okay, so now I'm starting to see these patterns. I'm starting to see, just like, okay, the game plan is gaming. Y'all not even hiding it at all. I told y'all also to go look up the movie Snake Eyes. It was a movie that came out in 1998. Okay, it was an Israeli operation where they paid a boxer at a live event that was being streamed to thousands of people that was watching it that was not present. All the thousands of people that was present, and then the probably millions of people that was not. Okay. Tyler, the executioner, was the person that the Israeli operatives used to go into this event and shoot Charles Kirkland in the left side of his neck in front of everybody on September the 10th. I want y'all to go look that up because I ain't going to play that video, but I have. I already played it. I want y'all to go look it up. All you got to do is type in Snake Eyes movie. And because there's a lot of people that didn't put two and two together, like y'all foretold what was going to happen. Charlie Kirk, whose real name is Charles Joseph Kirk, was unalived at a live event on September the 10th, shot in the left side of his neck. And the person you claim to be in custody is Tyler Robinson. You can't make this stuff up. You just can't make it up. And even in this movie, the people behind the stuff is Israel. Even in this movie that came out in 1998. These people don't just know this. They're not psychics. They've tapped into demonic powers. And it's called psychological warfare because they have to tell you what's going to come before it comes. It's a sovereign law. China cannot attack America without first announcing its own. Russia cannot attack America without first announcing its own. America cannot attack Egypt or Iran without first announcing it. So when you hear sound bites like, hey, if you don't do this by this deadline, it's going to be bad news for you. There it is right there. I'm letting you know. I'm giving you game to get prepared. If you don't negotiate, it'll be smoke. Because you cannot attack anybody without telling them. Now that I said that and told y'all to go watch the movie Snake Eye, you got to do your own research. You got to be responsible to do your own research. You can't take what anybody say without fact checking. And I challenge you to go fact check everything that I'm telling you. I'm showing you black and white. These are not my opinions. I'm showing you black and white. And I challenge you to go and research for yourself. Think for your own self. Because in that movie, Snake Eyes, if you go look up the trailer first before you go look up the breakdown, it will tell you when it comes to murder. This is the headline for the movie. When it comes to them unaliving Charles Kirkland, when it comes to murder, believe, what did it say? when it comes to murder, do not believe what your eyes see. That's the central message. When it comes to things, because that's what he said. Man, it's over 400,000 cameras. How did this happen? Y'all gotta go check it out, okay? I ain't gonna spend a whole bunch of time there because I want to show you something else that was strange. Told y'all about the movie Snake Eyes. Now I want y'all to look at this just real quick, okay? I brought up TikTok for a reason. Now you're about to find out why I brought up TikTok.
Tell me you want to take over TikTok.
You said, you talked about the woke right. And he said, I call it the woke.
Let me turn on the closed caption so y'all can see. Hold on, let me turn this banner off over here because I want y'all to see the closed caption. If you can't hear them, you'll be able to read it. All right, let's roll. He was talking to an influencer. And he said he talked to this influencer about the woke right. Now, let me just explain to you who the woke right is. It's conservatives. It's Christian people. It's the ones that's saying, hey, what is really going on over there? What y'all got going on? It's the ones doing the research and saying, hey, this don't look right. This don't smell right either. He called them people the woke right. And listen how he declares war on the woke right and the woke left. People that won't get in unison with him and what they got going on.
Woke right. That's a brilliant observation. The woke right. Because these people, they're not any different from the woke left. I mean, they're insane. They're crazy. But they're actually meeting on some of the things. And what we have to do is we have to secure that part of the base of our support in the United States. That is being challenged systematically. A lot of this is done with money. Money of NGOs, vast. Money of governments, vaster. Okay? We have to fight back. How do we fight back?
Fight back.
Our influencers. I think you should also talk to them if you have a chance. To that community. They're very important. And secondly, we're going to have to use the tools of battle. The weapons change over time. You can't fight today with swords. That doesn't work very well. Okay, and you can't fight with cavalry. That doesn't work very well. And you have these new things, like drones, things like that. I won't get into that. But we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefields in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are the social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is TikTok. TikTok, number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one? That's most important. X. That's very good. And, so we have to talk to Elon. He's not an enemy. He's a friend. We should talk to him. Now, if we can get those two things, we get a lot, and I could go on other things, but that's not the point right now. We have to fight the fight, okay? To give direction to the Jewish people and give direction to our non-Jewish friends or those who could be our Jewish our friends. Are we going to succeed with everyone? No. Will there be a strong counterpart? Yes.
So it was.
I'm going to rewind it back so y'all can hear it again. But before I rewind it back so you can hear it again, I'm going to give you some commentary. This man said he was talking to an influencer, and the battle that they are facing right now is the woke right, their beliefs, and the woke left. And right now, they need to be fighting to win the battle. He said the weapons of the battle have changed. We cannot fight with weapons we used in the past, and we cannot fight with cavalry. He said the new war is social media. people that ain't lining up, people that got influence over people, people that sitting here talking like I'm talking to you about them. He said, and you need to reach out to them. He said the new weapons that they fight with is drones, but we won't talk about that right now. What we will talk about is the biggest purchase going on happening right now is TikTok. And we got to fight so that it go through, or else it will be very consequential. And then he goes on to say, and X. Elon has not made one post stating that he was selling X. So why would X be the biggest battle? Because people have free speech. People have gotten on there and have shared some stuff about how Jeffrey Epstein, it was just released that Jeffrey Epstein was an Israeli plant and he could not stay above ground because he was a threat to tell everything about who was involved. And Charlie Kirk began to ask questions about that and even go and talk to young people about that. Even people who were born over in Israel who converted from being whatever they is over there because of the things that they saw, and they spoke out about it. Why would Israel have anything to do with our American social media? Now you have to download a new app. Why is the majority of the people on the board of Israeli descent? This ain't adding up. Not one bit at all. But this ain't even the half of it. I'm going to run it back so you can understand what was said in case it was too low. The volume was too low. You can hear it again. This is unheard of. A foreign country having this much say so and talking about fighting against information. This is not a war. We have the right to know where our tax dollars are going. And you're vowing that this war will not end until every hostage is returned. And that's cool and dandy, but you better make sure you got enough resources to do that. No man goes to battle without first counting up the cost. If you plan on staying in a forever war, then we should be able to say we're only helping with this part and then we're out. But now you can't even do that because right when Charlie Kirk was unalive before the world to see, y'all was passing legislation saying that we cannot boycott y'all. Now make this make sense. Let's watch it again.
He talked about the woke right, and he said, I call it the woke Reich. That's a brilliant observation. The woke right, because these people, you know, they're not any different from the woke left. I mean, they're insane.
They're insane.
But they're actually meeting on some of the things. And what we have to do is we have to secure that part.
We have to secure that part.
Base of our support in the United States. That is being challenged systematically. A lot of this is done with money. Money of NGOs, vast. Money of governments, vaster. Okay? We have to fight back. How do we fight back? Our influencers. I think you should also talk to them.
How do you fight back our influencers?
To that community. They're very important. And secondly, we're going to have to use the tools of battle. You know, the weapons change over time. You can't fight today with swords. That doesn't work very well. Okay, and you can't fight with cavalry. That doesn't work very well.
Look at the drone.
These new things, you know, like drones, things like that. I won't get into that, but we have to fight with the weapons that apply to the battlefield in which we're engaged. And the most important ones are in social media. And the most important purchase that is going on right now is class. TikTok. TikTok. Number one. And I hope it goes through because it can be consequential. And the other one, what's the other one? That's most important. X. That's very good. And, so we have to talk to Elon. He's not an enemy. He's a friend. We should talk to him. Now, if we can get those two things, we get a lot. And I could go on other things, but that's not the point right now. We have to fight the fight. Okay?
We have to fight the fight.
Give direction to the Jewish people and give direction to our non-Jewish friends or those who could be our Jewish our friends. Are we going to succeed with everyone? No. Will there be a strong counterpart? Yes.
So he wants to take over TikTok.
Okay, so you heard it from your own mouth. Israel and nobody else should have that much overreach into our country. I also posted on, I believe I just only posted on Facebook 4 days after Charlie Kirk was unalived. I posted on Facebook. The Spirit of God on the 12th spoke to me and said, Elon Musk, they coming for next. Need to be praying for his soul. Had no clue. I posted it. Showed me which photo to go pick out and told me what to post. I said on September the 12th, the Spirit of God told me that they coming for Elon Musk next. I heard it. I sat on it and praying over it. But today I was nudged again on the 14th to share this so that many more people know that this man will get to know Christ, even if it's on his last breath. Because they're coming for him. And now all of a sudden, Buddy's like, yeah, we got to come for X. And he's not an enemy. He's our friend, but we need to talk to him. Same talking that they offered Charlie Kirk and he refused. So now bring us up to this. Hate to be so long-winded, but I believe we all need to know this. That way you are able to make a right decision. I mean, a right one. Okay. So then we had this happen. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Why is this even a thing? Why did the Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth, why did he call for 800 generals and admirals to come and meet for an emergency meeting? Why? Why did Pete Hegseth order, and they're supposed to be meeting like tomorrow? Why did he order 800 senior military officers, admirals, and generals to Virginia for a highly unusual meeting? Why did he do this? What is they finna do that we don't know about? And then if that was something and say, oh, okay, well, cool. Here's another article on that, okay? Hegseth orders rare urgent meeting of hundreds of generals. The Pentagon has summoned military officials from around the world for a gathering in Virginia. Even top generals and their staff don't know the reason for the meeting. It just makes sense. But I bless God for him being who he is, because he gives us more than enough time and opportunity to get ourselves together. He tells us ahead of time what's coming. And then I said, okay, well, excuse me, why would Trump cancel all of his plans? all of his scheduled meetings that he had, why would he cancel those to attend this meeting? And then tell the people, oh, we just want to come together and talk about how good we're doing. I mean, we must got stupid plastered everywhere. Trump to attend gathering of top generals, upending last minute plans. He not even carrying out his last minute plans. Donald Trump will join hundreds of generals summoned to Virginia on short notice by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, adding new security concerns. President Trump, oh, that was just them giving their commentary about what he was doing in this photo. But why is this man dropping all of his plans urgently, and 800 military officials is gathering in Virginia for a meeting they don't even know themselves about, if it's just we're talking about how good we're doing? Y'all just let me know in the chat what y'all think about that. Let me know in the comments. What's your thoughts about that? Then, because we almost done. I just got a couple more things to show y'all real quick. Let me go back over here. Because I told y'all that Trump met with, let me see if I can do this. I do not want to open up no other tab because I do not want what happened yesterday to happen again. Let me go ahead and try to see if I can show you here. What's that dude name? Oh, Gates. Excuse me. Hold on 1 second. All right, so let me stop the share here real quick. And I just want y'all to see this real quick, okay? I'm waiting for the data to finish loading, which will be in a second. But this is, okay, Bill Gates just met with Donald Trump 3 weeks ago, okay? Bill Gates discusses working with Trump on global health, you know what, in the middle, at the tech CEO dinner, okay? You guys can come here and search for yourself, and you'll find clippings, okay? He had a 3-hour dinner where he was presenting this new innovation. He went to go talk about tech, he went to go talk about health, and he went to talk about vaccines. That's what 3 weeks ago they met. Now, I want to bring this back over here real quick. Just wanted y'all to see, laying a foundation so it all makes sense and ain't nobody lost. I want a fifth grader to be able to understand. Let me go ahead and pull this down a little bit more. Is this it right here? Hold on 1 second. I think I passed it. Hold on, let me go back up. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to show y'all exactly what they were talking about at the White House just 3 weeks ago, and all of this money that he gave to Donald Trump to make this a thing, okay? And I'm not going to go through all the slides, but smartphones have been an indispensable part of our lives for over a decade, from checking emails to scrolling through social media and navigating our daily routines. These devices have shaped how we interact with the world. Bill Gates believes this era is nearing its end. According to Medium, Gates points to electronic tattoos developed by Chaotic Moon. Please go look up Chaotic Moon Tech Tats. You will see exactly how demonic this is. But so many people are falling for it. They have been doing this for 8 years, y'all. This first came out in 8 years ago, and people have they have fallen for this. Ain't finna tie my words up, devil. I know you mad, but I am too. They have fallen for this under the guise that, hey, it will be able to detect if you're about to have a stroke. It could alert 911 for you. Hey, it will be able to detect if your heart, you're about to have a heart attack. It will be able to redefibrillate, jumpstart your heart should you go down. It'll be able to grow cells, and if you got cancer, it'll be able to allow you to stop being scammed, and not have your money in a bank account. It will allow you to actually have your banking information, your health information, all on the inside of you, okay? As the big next leap in personal technology, instead of holding a phone in our hands, these tattoos could allow us to communicate, access the internet, and even monitor our health, all without a screen in sight. See if I'm going back. The key advantage: these tattoos are integrated into the body. Imagine having a device embedded in your skin that lets you interact with the world through simple gestures or touch. It's sleek, unobtrusive, and possibly more intuitive than anything we've seen so far. These tattoos are powered by tiny nanocapacitors, and they don't require bulky batteries or displays, making them a far more subtle alternative. They call them wearables. You wear them. You may be wondering, what exactly are electronic tattoos? Well, think of them as temporary skin applications that use smart ink filled with nanocapacitors. These tattoos can communicate with surrounding devices, letting you do things like send messages, browse the web, and even unlock your door, all with a simple swipe or a gesture. Look, this is disgusting, okay? The reason why I brought this up is because this is what he just sat there and met with Donald Trump with at the White House. Not to mention, Donald Trump just passed a Genius Act bill that allows him to biometrically surveil. And I've been telling y'all this because I seen it and I said, they trying to use this immigration to usher in the B system. The reason why he said he got to biometrically surveil us and whoop-de-whoop and waddy-wah, I'll let y'all see that so you don't think that Tawana is making up anything, because I'm not. Okay? I don't want you to think I'm making up anything at all, because I'm not. The Genius Act law expands biometric surveillance of all American citizens, all in the name of we need to keep the migrants out. And this is the way that we're going to know if they are American citizens or not. Okay? So now everybody be walking around just, being surveilled. Don't matter what you do, whether you're eating, doesn't matter. And he said it will be done aggressively, all in the name of keeping the border safe. Trump's mega bill expands biometric surveillance. As the debate intensified, his own party is just like, no, I'm not with this. Okay, this was a 940-page bill. It would codify a vision of the national security state where biometric surveillance, AI, and immigration enforcement converge at unprecedented scale. Okay. It talks about how this bill would allow $175 billion in immigration-related funding for just 2025 alone, which is by far the largest such allocation in U.S. history. And it will be $30 billion in funding through 2029. This is supposed to help track your movements, everything, your body heat. Okay, biometric data collection will be on all platforms. It's also called digital case tracking. These systems are not vaguely defined. I mean, this is crazy. And it's for all Americans. I'm showing y'all this for a reason. Okay. Under HR 1, CBP would gain broader authority to deploy facial recognition tools at ports of entry and along transportation corridors. In line with DHS 2024 strategic plan, okay, goes on to tell you, while framed as anti-terror and anti-trafficking measures, critics argue the system normalizes mass biometric surveillance with minimum oversight. Okay, this is what they're fighting and arguing about. This is for every American. Okay, so y'all go read up on that if you like. But the reason why I brought it up is for none other than this. Let me close that out. Let's come back over here. We're just going to keep skipping right on through this. DARPA is the ones who made this. Look at what these tattoos can monitor: your vital signs, your heart rate, your body temperature, and even detect potential health issues before they become serious. They are, in essence, a health tracker and a communication tool rolled into one. And the best part, they're invisible, meaning no more holding a phone or carrying a bulky device. They are getting rid of phones. And they're working on that for 2026. Just to be clear, okay? Let me go ahead and come on over here. Get down to the last little bit. Because this right here is where they're going, slowly for surely. This right here is where they're going. The UK, and I need to go over there and get this, okay? Sweden has inserted thousands of microchips in people's hands to replace ID cards, credit cards, wallets, and keys. It's not if they did it already, it's they've done it already. They have inserted thousands. And you can go do your research on Google, okay? I type in the keywords. Yes, in Sweden, thousands of people have been microchipped, have had microchip implanted under their skin, but it's a voluntary trend, not a mandatory one. These small rice grain sized chips allow for contactless payments, unlocking doors to offices and homes, and accessing public transportation. The trend is driven by Sweden's high-tech cashless society and general trust in institutions, though concerns about data privacy and security remain. So this has already been going on, y'all, just so we're clear, okay? Now, I know I said I was going to stay right there, but I'm going to pull up this final article. Okay, here we go. Now, I'm going to come on back over here. Let y'all see this real quick. Because this is what they setting it up for. This is global, okay? This is global. So more than 1.6 million have signed a petition opposing this. But this is already a legislation. New digital ID will be mandatory to work in the United Kingdom, France. It will be mandatory. Beloveds, you will have to be chipped in order to work as a part of a plan to tackle illegal immigration. This is what they're doing it for. I wouldn't even brought it up if Donald Trump wouldn't have passed that law saying that we got to be biometrically surveilled. You have to have something inside of us to biometrically surveil us, for us to connect to your nearby devices. Y'all let me know some feedback. What y'all thinking? Let me know in the chat. It is now mandatory in the United Kingdom that in order for you to work, you have to be chipped. What y'all think about that? Because that is coming here. On top of, why in the Hades is all these generals from all around the world and admirals coming in an urgent meeting that they themselves don't even know about? Why? What y'all doing? How many of y'all remember that prophecy I shared with the gentleman saying that the United States of America will come to a standstill for about 5 to 7 days? They constantly bring the National Guards in the name of we need to clean up great American country. Y'all had years to clean this thing up. Why now? Why are you going to these inner cities? Los Angeles, Memphis, Tennessee, Chicago, Washington, D.C. Why? Y'all let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to let me know your thoughts. Okay? With that being said, the reason why I'm here is not to share what they doing and solely what they doing, but to share that we need to be planting seed, building like yesterday. We do. We should have been on this. And time is not on our side anymore. They're ready to go full-fledged. That's why they're having these secret meetings. They want to accelerate things. You think they're going to let the American people shame them for lying about what happened to that man, Charlie Kirk? So many independent influencers like myself have gone viral for doing their own investigation. What they got coming down the pipeline for us, beloveds, we ain't even ready for it. You hear me? We're not ready for it. I know for a fact we're not ready for it. We don't have nothing in place. Now is the time more than ever to be securing or preserving our future. Right now, instead of depending on them. October 1st, all the funding in Section 8 gone. You have 2 years and you better have a real good reason to still be on it, or you're not going to be on it. I mean, it's a lot going on. It's a lot about to happen. You seeing people actually literally run up inside of stores. Just did it in California. In a high profile area, and just ransacked the whole entire store, making off with millions of dollars worth of merchandise. Stuff is just beginning. Stuff is just beginning. Just so y'all know. Stuff is just beginning. That's what I do know. And we need more than ever to not be distracted, to not be lazy, slothful, to not have to, no, you got to act now. You got to act now. It will save your life. You got to act now. You got to do something now. It will save your kids' life. You have to do something now. You have to do something now. You need to be starting things. You need to be executing things. You have to do something now in real life. Or you're not going to make it. Do not be out here trying to play this broken system game. Work for more money, work for more money. It's not going to work for you. Trust and believe. It's not going to work for you. This is why they've created their own financial institute. Donald Trump broke the record and made history because he playing chess. Not checkers. He playing chess, not checkers. He playing chess, not checkers. He's a businessman and he's running this country as such. I know the dollar is going to die. So let me go ahead and position me and my family. And I want y'all to go look it up. Don't take my word. Buddy just dropped his own website, his own financial system. And it got all the other foreign countries panicking because they thought when they came and put BRICS together and they was backing their currency by gold, that the United States was counted out. And they was laughing and cheering and jeering. And all these other nations say, yeah, we're going to get on board because we tired of the United States. We tired of them trying to bully us when we don't do something that they like. We tired of them putting sanctions on us, stopping our money, stopping our funding. That's the leverage that they have had over us for so long. Let's just get rid of their currency altogether. And then this man came out with the most genius idea. We're going to go ahead and launch the first crypto trading platform. We're going to create our own system. We're going to pass legislation. We're going to have all the banks and everybody get on board with our new digital currency. I dare you to go look it up. I dare you. That's the big, beautiful bill. I dare you to go look it up. Donald Trump has made it real plain. The United States will be the crypto capital of the world. So now all of these people is dumping their monies and bagging it into the securities behind his own financial system he just released on September the 1st and made $5 billion in trade from releasing it, unleashing it, unlocking it, whatever you want to call it, on September the 1st. I want y'all to go do your research because I'm running out of time here, okay? And I'm not going to even hold you. But I'm about to tell you, Trump's, I think it's called New Financial System. You guys can go look it up. I think it's called like, hold on. They're trying to have me go through everything else. I think it was called WS. Hold on, I'm just typing in keywords. So I gotta give y'all the name of the platform. Oh my gosh, I think it's called Wealth Financial Services. World Liberty Financial. That's what it's called. World Liberty Financial is what it's called. That's the new financial system. World Liberty Financial. So look it up. You go to About section. drop the drop bar down, you'll see Trump and all of his sons are the co-founders of this. He has set up generational wealth for a very long time. And then he got a couple of other people on there who got all of his sons on there. So who makes up the board. So whenever y'all think about crashing our dollar, or when, it's just not working for us anymore, we prepared. We prepared to not go down. Because now we have our systems being prepared to handle that. That's why we should not be out here working backwards, working for money. This stuff is trash. You should be focusing on the things that's really going to preserve you, your credit. Stop working for cash. Fix your credit. Get the credit sweep, 4 days, sweep your credit. Go get you some funding. $200,000, $300,000. What would that help you do? Get in a better position. How? Go buy you some land. That is the first thing I tell you need to do. Buy you some land. If you buy land, you control land. You also control future. You also control future. I can control whether I'm homeless or not. I can live on my own land with my own vehicle. I can control whether I get to eat or not. I can plant my own seeds on my own soil and feed myself and know every time harvest season will come. I can also trade on my land, lease some of my land. I can make money from my land by leasing or subleasing out my land to somebody who needs to buy to sell their cattle. If I don't want to do nothing with my land ain't affected by the stock market. It's not affected by, inflation, recession, depressions, pandemic. It's not affected by any of that. My land is the only thing, one of the only things, but at the top of the list that does not depreciate. When you go buy a car and you drive off the lot, it depreciates. Okay? You go buy a house or purchase a home, I call it leasing, long-term leasing. You go purchase a home, it depreciates in value from the first moment. Land don't gotta have nothing on it, and it appreciates. You can find land right now that you'll pay $200 or $300 for, and it's already valued at $1,400, $1,600, $1,800. It appreciates. You understand me? Land is also cheaper when it comes to taxes. I don't care what you go build on it. $15, $35 for taxes every single year. You can literally take $1,000 and pay your taxes for about 5 to 10 years. Literally, off $1,000. Then you can start adding things to your land. You can start renting out some of your land. Hey, I got RV parking over here. For the little RV is $150 a month. Middle size RV is $225 a month. And for them big trucks, you're gonna pay me like $250, $300 a month. I'll make some space for you. I ain't gotta do no maintenance. I gotta do nothing. Park on the dirt right here. Simple as that. If you got land, you'll never be poor. You'll never be broke. This wealth secrets. Saying what you used to hearing in school, college ain't gonna tell you this. President ain't gonna tell you this. Pastor ain't gonna tell you this. But you know who will tell you this? The Bible. A wise man or woman leaves an inheritance to their children's children. Do you know what that word inheritance is? It is land. That word inheritance means land in the Hebrew. So that's what you go do first. Let me go secure me some dirt. So me and mine ain't gonna never be homeless. You play that crap if you want to, try to kick us out of it. You cannot work in the UK without being chipped. Next is gonna be they can't live in certain places. They can't go shop. If they can't work, what they gonna do? Which is going to force people to have to take something that will cost them their souls. Because they was lazy enough, too lazy, too much. They saw what was coming I'm sure they had people warning and they didn't take it serious. Now they want to, sign a petition. And hopefully, signing the petition, it makes some noise. Because if not, they're screwed. He's the president over there. They pass whatever legislation they want. And they don't have a Congress like we have where multiple members have multiple opinions. But he said, in order to crack down on illegal immigration, we need everybody shipped. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. This is not whether you like to or not. It says mandatory. Sweden, thousands of people have already received a mark so that they can be a part of the cashless society. Are y'all understanding what I'm saying? This is not time to be playing. The Bible is unfolding, whether you believe in it or not. It is coming to pass right before you and my eyes both. It's coming to pass. And God has given us an opportunity. Now is your moment. There has never been another generation that have the opportunity that we have. Now is your moment. Okay? So with that being said, I do want to offer y'all a few things that I know will help you the long way and fast way. It'll give you shortcuts to get what you need to get. And that number one thing is your credit. I cannot stress this enough. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm telling you, you need to get your credit together. If you got bad credit, you need to clean it up. If you got no credit, you need to add trade lines to it and boost your score and give you some history. That is what's going to be one of the ways that sustain you in just the days ahead. That is going to be what sustains you in just the days ahead moving forward. Let me adjust my camera because, all right, hopefully we're good to go like that. So the number one thing I'm going to tell y'all, and I'm going to give it to y'all. I'm literally just handing it to you at this point, okay? I want you to take it and I want you to apply it. I don't care what you got to do. If you need to force an hour of your time, take it and do it and get it done. 4 days later, you good to go, okay? If you just want the credit sweep hack, it's a hack. Your information was violated. It was exposed on the dark web. That means no accounts belong to you now because you don't know who got your information. No accounts belong to you now. This is how you are able to get your credit swept in days. Turn around once it's swept because banks look for bad derogatory remarks before they give you any type of money. They're going to your credit report. How many times you done went asking for credit? If you got more than 2 inquiries, that may be a problem. How many negative accounts? Yeah, we can't help you at all. We want to see positivity. The sweep positively sweeps your credit to get you bank ready, bank fundable. So then you take your new profound credit score that you done waited all your life to get. And it gives you 150, 200 points. You in a 500 now, automatically you in a 700. All you need is a 720. You can have an 815, an 860 is still the equivalent of having a 720. That's top tier right now in 2025. So you can go from a 500 to a 700. Say you got a 610. You can go from a 610 to an 810 in days. In days. Literally. I give you the plays. I give you the access. I give you the information, what to say, how to do it, the whole 9 yards. I give it to you without excuse to not do it. So I will offer that to y'all for $97. $97 for the credit sweep and the funding plan because they go hand in hand. They marry together. Let me get my credit so I can leverage my credit to get capital. And now if I want to go buy land, I don't have to use my personal information. I don't have to use any of that. It's going to be in my business name, please and thank you. I'm even going to get funded to buy the land and build on the land, whatever I want to buy and build on the land, since land is my first priority. If I need to get supplies, preparation tools, I'm going to leverage this monies and these lines of credit that you've extended me to get what I need. So $97 for that. Okay. I'm just going to go over a couple. I don't have a whole lot, but I'm going to go over a couple. A lot of people have inquired and say, look, Dr. T, I love, being a part of the mentorship, but it just ain't right now. Because I'm trying to balance life and struggle with this and that, and just learning this is a learning curve for me. I've heard you, okay? I will create a digital business for you that you don't have to do anything with but sell. Whether that is amen.com, whether it's a drop shipping, print on demand, whether it's digital products, it don't matter. Whether it's in the transportation space, offering digital products, about how to get started with that, how to, excuse me, how to start a business in any niche online in 2025, how to make you $1,000 with no followers, no monetization, etc. How you can make $1,000 if you don't have no money to even invest using artificial intelligence. Okay. So we create everything for you. You definitely gonna need something in place, so when they convert, you can just roll on over like water, literally. When they switch up, hey, I'm already positioned. I'm just finna ride the wave. I'm not finna be overtaken by it, because it's coming real soon. And I don't know what these people is coming here for. I have an inkling. I have discernment that whatever they coming for ain't good. That's what I do know. Okay. So take the initiative while you have time and chance to get yourself in a better position. Really, really, really. Not only will it help benefit you and your credit, but now you have a tool in your hand, a resource that will work for you when you don't want to. Meaning it sells all of your stuff. It's, all you have. You can have an influencer. You can have a faceless page. Just sell your stuff. We will put it together. Okay. I'm only going to do that for 3 people. Honestly. In any niche that you choose, any niche that you want to have a completely done for you business that once it's handed over to you, you can get somebody to run it for pennies on the dollar, literally. Somebody to run it for you. At least you have some money coming in. At least you're in a better position to say, hey, I'll sell a piece of land for $1,000. I don't have the time or the energy to go work an extra 250 million hours of overtime just to be able to have $300, $250. Okay, so I'm gonna move on past from that. I didn't even tell y'all what the price of that was. So for the 3 people that take advantage of it, it's normally $9.97 to have a completely done for you business built out. And I mean in all kind of niches. Health and fitness, that's the top of the line one. That's a real money maker. People want to know how to keep themselves healthy. They want to know so much. Okay, so it's in different categories that we will build this out for you, and have it turn around to you, show you how to maintain it, show you how to actually hire somebody to run the whole ship for you, which is not hard. Literally takes about 5 to 10 minutes. Um, Probably about 30 to 45 minutes in a whole week to set everything up for you, automated, run all your back office stuff, handle your calls and your appointments. You can get somebody for the Lolo, and all you do is collect the dodo. I like how that rhyme. Hey, moving on from that. Oh, I tell y'all $9.97 is what I normally charge for the first 3 people. I would charge you $4.97, just so I can get receipts, just so I can get your receipts, because your receipts is my reward, not your money. What I can use your receipts to say, I've helped this person do this. I've helped this person land this. I helped this person buy this or purchase this by the information that I gave them. Okay? Sis, do not get a chip. You know I ain't getting no chip. The heck? That shouldn't even be a concern. You know I ain't getting no chip. I preach against the chip. I'm trying to help people avoid getting the chip. If you do what you're supposed to do, then the chip won't be coming towards your way, because I'm out the way. I don't need it. If you don't let me buy nothing, okay, I'm already in position. I bought me some land, which is the cleanest, easiest way to make money is land. It's dirt. I bought me some land, and I built on my own land, just like my ancestors did before y'all destroyed it, burned it down, flooded it out. I'm going back to the basics. Okay? I'm going back to the basics. And we all should be going back to the basics. What is the basics? The same thing that God gave to his children: land, cattle, oxen, silver, and gold, and handmaidens and hand servants, maid servants. He gave them a force. They were surrounded by a tribe of people. Seriously. Also have a done for you. No, I said that. I'm gonna just leave this other one alone. So I have 3 spots to have a fully done for you business in a box. Next thing I'm gonna move on towards, if I have some one-on-one spots open, that's what I'll say. It's the Millionaire Mentorship. It's an assignment God has given to me so that I can train the next frontliner, give them the access and the tools and the resources and the information that I have confiscated from the outsiders. That's what I'll say. Okay? So you get access to everything, how to, create a YouTube channel, how to purchase land. Here's my connections to an investor. Here's another connection to a banker that looks just like you. Here's another connection to an architect. So give you all of the framework, the blueprint with the what to do. And then I train you as well. Weekly, we have meetings where I help you flesh out, etc. Okay. I only have 2 spots, and the investment is $5,000. But I'm gonna show you how to get that right back, and then I'm gonna show you how to get so much more. Off the rip, out the gate, I'm gonna show you how to get so much more. I'm gonna show you how to get your money back and so much more. Literally, okay? It is a mentorship with me. There's been people say I can't learn in a group setting, and that's cool. I respect that. I have never did one-on-ones, but I am opening it up to 2 people. I don't want to be heavy laden with anybody's burdens, okay? But I want to make sure that the movement continues to move, even when I can't. I want to help you build out your business. I want to help you expand your reach. I want to help you grow. So now you have your own audience. I want to be able to I'm not even gonna say mentor, because mentor is giving you information, even though I will be giving you information. Mentorship or mentor is really just the meaning of it means to give somebody clarity or to give somebody, information that they were not privy to. Mentorship is a transfer of power. It's a transfer of rulership. Okay. And even though I'm not, oh, that's you down there? That even though I'm not being dethroned, so I have to mantle somebody, that's not it. There's things that have to take place, and there's things that I have been um, ordained to lead the charge. And so these feet must hit the ground, but the movement must still continue to move. The people that is needing services and learning how to, you need to be in position so that you can, serve, or you or your team. I'll show you how to, turn a talking AI avatar into 70 different languages. Okay, we will flesh all of this out. And no, it ain't all about AI, but AI is helping us do it way faster than we could ever imagine. But it's getting done. There's so many ways for you to make money. So I'm gonna give you access to all of that. I'm gonna give you access to the live training, and where I will work with you one on one. So I can only do two. Everybody is not my responsibility, but I'm talking to the two. It is a 5K investment. But like I said, I'm gonna show you how to get $1 million in the next 12 months. That's why it's called the Millionaire Mentorship. I'm going to show you how to get your first $1 million in the next 12 months, if not sooner, through multiple methods and multiple streams. Okay, that is a 5K investment. And last but never least, if you got any questions, get them ready. Put them in the chat. I will answer them on my way out, because this is the last one that I have available. Okay. Land banking and all that other stuff. If you catch another video with that in it, then by all means necessary. But I do believe I've removed a lot of those videos. Okay. One thing that God has really impressed upon my heart and my spirit, it is etched and written in stone. Have you something across the water? Then you gotta be careful, babe. Sorry about that, y'all. Have you something across the water? Have you something across the waters? Meaning you should be diversifying your income. All your income should not come from America. You're supposed to be diversifying. That's Ecclesiastes 11:1. Cast thy seed across the water. Many waters is what it says. Across many waters. And once you do that, you don't know what harvest you will reap back from doing so. And I want y'all to pay attention to farmers. When they go out to farm, they take a big bag of seed and they shovel in it, they hand in it, and they just start sprinkling evenly. Okay? Evenly, they spread the seed evenly. And there's lots of them. They're going through bags of them. Why? Because they want a big harvest. They want a bigger harvest. How do I get info to decide which program? Message me and I'll send it to you as soon as I end this live. It has a detailed list of all the programs. The discounts that I'm offering here is not on the price point that I'm going to send you. I will honor the discounts that I'm offering here, but some of the prices, from the information I'm sending you have already been set to my new prices. But I will send it to your messenger if you go ahead and message me. Okay. So with this last one that I want to mention, that's the mentorship. But with the last one that I want to mention is building you an automated international business across the waters that work for you while you over here. If you needed to go somewhere, if you needed to get up out of America, even if you don't, you still should diversify your income. but I can help you start an international business, whether that's a cafe, whether that's an Airbnb, whether that's health and wellness, whether that's teaching AI, selling digital products, so many different things, whether that's transportation. You can start a business abroad and don't even live there. I will give you all the information, all of the investors, how to set this up, how to do it from start to finish, something that can be done in 30 days or less. As far as the Airbnb and the cafe, you pay them people $2 or $3 an hour to run your stuff for you. Okay, make sure that we just have too many ways to play, honestly, without me saying a whole bunch here. But we have the international automated business, so you can do business, and not just Africa, but predominantly Africa. You can do it in Bali, you can do it in Thailand. There's different places you can literally go and start a business in a foreign country, and then you set up your payment processor so that money is just coming in on automation. Whatever niche you decide to do, you get the hookup and the connections to those people that will help you grow, scale, and take this thing to another level. Okay, I have 2 spots left in there for the mentorship, which is $9.97. Okay, but I also have a done for you, completely done for you. We will put together your whole entire business inside of a box. We will build it out from the website. What is that, Dada? From the website to the digital products to whatever it is that you're selling. Okay, print on demand, it doesn't matter. We will go ahead and build this completely out for you so that it is very profitable. As soon as it receives your hands, we will train you. Okay, we will mentor you alongside while we're building it out for you. We will do everything, your paperwork, your registration. We will do government contracts because that's the way to go. It also comes with a dedicated virtual assistant that will apply for you anywhere from $200,000 to $400,000 every month. We will also put that in for you. We will make sure we come up with your blueprint. We will make sure we put together your business plan. We will make sure we go after funding opportunities for you to be able to scale up, send you to the right people. You're doing it in a community initiative, community development, how to get 100%. I don't have to pay this loan back from the government for doing good deeds such as community deeds. Okay, how you can turn that into a tiny home village to save efficiency, save time, and keep people in their places. So there's so many different things that you can do, but we will build that out completely for you. Everything, paperwork, everything. Okay, we will build it out completely for you, hand it over to you, and that is also a $5,000 investment, but it's an investment that yields one bona fide return. Okay, whether it's buying land, whether it's in transportation, which is very, very lucrative, very lucrative. It's another topic for another day. Okay, but what we pick is what people want. That's what I will say. We pick what people want because we're not in business for us. We're in business for them. So we pick what the people want, whether that is, out of homeschool, a teenager, whatever the case may be. We're going to build your brand. We're going to do your paperwork. So now that you become a recognized organization, a fundable organization, we take the hard work and the heavy lifting off of your hands. We train you, make sure that you are successful. People who purchase this actually, get to go to in-person events, different things of that sort. It comes with a lot of incentives to have it done for you. And again, that is $5K for the investment. All right. Since I don't see any other questions over here, except the ones that I saw on PayPal, I love y'all. Okay. I would like to know your thoughts about the information that I shared with y'all. What do you think is going on? But I just didn't want to end it and not offer solutions. That's for sure. Okay. We need solutions. We don't need to hear all the bad news, and we don't have no glimmer or glimpse of hope. We do. We need to take advantage of it while we can. So with that being said, I love y'all, and I will see you soon. Hopefully. Okay. The good Lord say the same. Man makes plans, but God has the final say. I am in expectation to see y'all on the next one. With that being said, love you.